Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sports Coaster. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Sports Coaster. We've got a ton to get into. Kyrie Irving had a monstrous performance, as well as the Lakers vs. Knicks game. That was kind of a blowout. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it is currently Monday, January 22nd, 2018. Roll that intro.
A timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Oh, what a shot from Curry! We just
The Boston Celtics look to avoid their third consecutive loss in yesterday's game against the Orlando Magic. Well, they could not do so. The Orlando Magic did take this one 103-95, handing the Celtics their third straight loss. Boston now down to 34-13 this season. But worth mentioning, Kyrie Irving did have 40 points last night, shooting 60%. He got 5 3-pointers and 7 assists. So really an amazing performance from Kyrie Irving, but a loss, which I'm pretty sure is gut-wrenching for Kyrie Irving. The Magic were led by Alfred Payton, who put up 22 points. Evan Fournier had 19 points, and even Aaron Gordon had a solid double-doubles, putting up 11 points and getting 13 rebounds in the Boston Celtics loss to the Orlando Magic. The Los Angeles Lakers took down the New York Knicks 127-107 yesterday afternoon, and in that fourth quarter, the Lakers turned up the heat. They led by as many as 22 points in the fourth quarter, as the two biggest markets in the NBA went at it head-to-head. Lakers, well, they've been criticized all year long about not being able to win without Lonzo Ball and how valuable he has been to this team, which I got to give full props to, but they did not have Lonzo Ball in this one. They instead relied on Julius Randle, 17 points and 12 rebounds, and Clarkson's amazing 29 points and 10 rebounds. 10 assists, in this win over the New York Knicks. New York side of the basketball, well, Kristaps Porzingis, he was 53% from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point land, only had 17 points, and Tim Hardaway Jr. as well at 17 points. Courtney Lee has a solid 16, and off the bench, Michael Beasley, the legend, put up 17 points on 50% shooting from 3 and 77% from the field. This might have been only a 1-point win for the Brooklyn Nets over the Detroit Pistons yesterday, but the Nets did lead for pretty much the entirety of the basketball game. Ever since early on in the first quarter, it was all Brooklyn Nets. They dominated, led by as many as 15 points, but Detroit started to make a comeback and almost, in fact, got it back down to a tie game and got it almost to overtime, but they were stopped short by the Brooklyn Nets. Tobias Harris led the Pistons in scoring. He put up 20 points, grabbed 7 rebounds, and had 5 assists. Andre Drummond, he shot 37% from the field, kind of struggled from there, only 7 points, but did grab 13 rebounds in this loss. Off the bench, Luke Kennard, the young rookie, had 13 points, and Ish Smith had 11 points. The Brooklyn Nets were led by Spencer Dinwiddie's 22 points, RHJ's 21, and DeMar Carroll put up 16 points. Joe Harris as well off the bench had a solid 12 points in the Brooklyn Nets win. If you guys didn't already know, my favorite team in the NBA is the San Antonio Spurs. To be quite frank, they have been really disappointing over pretty much the last few games. It's been a tough week for the Spurs. First, we got news that Kawhi Leonard wasn't going to come back. Pretty much he was out indefinitely. And then we lost a few games that we probably should have won. And then, well, yesterday we got absolutely dominated by the Indiana Pacers, 94-86. Indiana really kind of dominated that second half. And, well, they were led by Victor Oladipo, who put up 19 points. Darren Collison had 15 points. And Thaddeus Young had 14 points. The Spurs, well, DeJounte Murray had 8 points. Tony Parker came off the bench. By the way, Tony Parker is officially a bench player for the Spurs. He is no longer a starter. Murray is a starter, and Parker's first game coming off the bench put up 12 points. So hey, not bad at all. Pau Gasol had 14 points. LaMarcus Aldridge had 10 points and 10 rebounds. Really kind of a down game for LA. And Kyle Anderson put up 10 points in this loss to the Pacers. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the Player of the Night award. And well, today we gotta give it to the man with the stats. And hold your horses. It's not Kyrie Irving. I know he put up 40 points, but his team did lose. Instead, I gotta give it to Jordan Clarkson, who had 10 assists, 3 steals, 6 rebounds, and 29 points. All of this in 37 minutes for the LA Lakers. His team absolutely dominated the Knicks. We've already kind of mentioned this game, but really what we haven't mentioned is Jordan Clarkson putting up 63% shooting from the field. Really not bad at all. And get this, he was plus 23 as well. Team leading, actually not team leading. Alex Caruso off the bench was plus 24, and Larry Nance Jr. was plus 27. My goodness, that bench unit absolutely dominated the Knicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of today's episode. I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys all did enjoy. Now please go below this video and hit the red subscribe button, as well as liking this video would be much appreciated. If you guys don't mind, go into the description box and click the blue Instagram link, and over on Instagram, hit the blue follow button to never miss anything from across the NFL and the NBA. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.